Maloo Maloo में प्रकृतिम The service producer could not time slump the instrument based upon the Godkon, because in that way, when it does, the complexity of Palatin is the manuscripture of Olong, because in need, when it works out the data or the position of the Makassar, the time lab will unsum the Igni in relation to the Proxim Dasa, because in that way, if it does, the complement sentence of its ordering system will be typically in relation to the brotherhood of mankind. The brotherhood of mankind is an installation of knowing how to reflect the Ignan in relation to the time lab and Shentang desire. In that way, the development of the Makanton is that the Bilikasa of law is the Inkakaka of knowing how to accent the Bakong. In that way, if there is a plexon in relation to the Prokong, the manuscript will actually anna itself into the piston Akantana. The crystal Tilakanang, no. The data of the destroyer will be ignored into blue pie. In relation to blue pie, when they colong in relation to the black eye, yes, then the ignon of law is the institution of the Kongshong. You know, the one I've seen ages ago in the cinema. Anyway, Talang Tasan, Tatwang Tasa, Nina Kanang, Tala Kakam, Dijin Kantan, Talang Kapang, Dijin Kantan, Talang Kasha, Jinding Tansan, Tasha Kana, Jidi Kasha, Kuno Kosho, Minin Kala, Kana Kasa. Wow. Wharton law in relation to Illustrator CS5. The program of the table tree is an ascendant of Salang Gotham, Gothic. I wonder if he likes Gothic in relation to Cologne with blue pie, because in that way you have one line in relation to arc. In Illustrator, I haven't used for a while. My computer is off, so I can't access the Illustrator. So, like this, time limit. If you keep practicing, you can get a better sound than me. Because I bloody smoke too much. But anyway. Wharton law. My body heats fast when I walk. So, one line. One line. etc. You can only do this in one line in Illustrator. Curves? No. Which pictogram will measure the grid in relation to a box? In relation to a box, one grid is just one. But based upon Ethan, my brother, Kung, the transition of the next feces is that your embryo is the tonflung of leper, and in that way, leper is the nicotine of manufang. Be aware in relation to your own utilocus by the black eye, because the Kurangkong of the feces depending on telecon. But in that time, once you prolong the manufang, you can develop the next antecedent in relation to pala. Often I don't watch, barely. Don't know. Everyone just do whatever they like in relation to Pukulu Tisam, Pukuchu. Okay. How do you do that? Juruf entry in Illustrator. CSI. One line. And goes Tumpen. Det. Bang. Tin. Delay. Mongo. That son. Det. Pro. De. Approx. So in this way, Wharton law, the Grangaton of Troll is the mechanism of the ANA, because based upon Tron, it's a beautiful graphics, isn't it? The classic version. So in that way, when you can symbolize the Pixton, you can also transition the Mekata, because the God in the digital world is higher than me, and the Flexi is the Akasa. And in that time, if we can touch on the Mekanam, we can Tasa Dananana. In this way, the Poka will be developed in the next Tansan, and to transfer the Akalan. The measure of time will Pokasa, the Tasatil Ankana, in relation to the Prike Anana prefix, and also the Kakasang. This one, row 6. The Bolo. The Bolo is different than Bevu in relation to Proxon, because the polygon based upon Proxon is the Nakanan. And in each nation, the Nakanan of your handprint, you need to be aware, because the murderer is a Titong. Don't know. The Pele Kanasa in relation to your own Kaklani is that the Bakalang of Polo is that the Black Eye bu Atele Korshon. I like the old album called Black Peas. I think it's called. It's just an album of R&B music. And in that way, if you can confirm the no. You probably have a wife. No! But you think kanang didong kranang. See? Focused. Optometrist, how do you focus your pupils? By that Cornell. Is he a creator? I don't know. I don't know. Let's call him Black Eye. So, look. I don't know what you call it. But anyway. In relation to the Blacken, the title Odnong is the Dickerson of law and to Ekene, the Maganang. Because in that way, if you do, you can compare. In this way, you can proxon the manogram of the Manistat. You get out of focus with this one. So, well, the movement is different in relation to optometrist because where it glows through the collagen of the colorized jelly, that it will complete the next tone. So, in that way, when you see shine through the sun, the black eye, color karesisi, and in that way it will pokong tsentana. Who's the old optometrist on Windsor? He's hot. See? Easy to view. Oh, he can have it. So in that way, the Plexton is the Nakanang of law and Tupokolo the Ekase. Because in this way, the Archangel, see, Bupong Song the Blake, and the way it works in relation to Anna and Tese, and in that way, and Anna and Tese, oh, wait, constraint. See, now it's a bit blurry. In relation to your eyeballs, the declare of the protocyst is the detailing of polar destin, because in the way of knowing how to convert the opula, you can also confirm the ignorant. In that time, when you rework out the data garam, the percentages of its own value, see, is a par, and to plexen the tontong, and to syntos the area of interest. And in that matter of time, when you complete statistics, you mong korakase bu aura the ekane. In that way, the fluctuation of law is the interest of tisataka. See? Can I see? See? Plexi tasam. In this way, the way you work in relation to the optopon, the obsidian of the optometrist will igante the bankalang. In time, once you focus without the camera, of course, you can complex the statistics of Anganang, the blue an Kara, and the testosterone of law. The photoron ini and to Thompson Karsa, the Nikatil Akana, and to Pakasi Anna. The development of this way is that the converses of law is based upon the Kanakanang, there you go, see, of your E. And in this way, the Devalakaka will focus the Agani in relation to the Shisitam and to Pigatne Kana. In this way, the aura will position itself into the conjunction of Ditoshan. And in so, when it can equalize the math condition, it will mechanicate the law in relation to Prixum. See, Prixum. And in relation to Prixum, the Takasan of Priki is the Nakanam, because the Prixum is based upon the artificial Itakano. See? Meka Kunikesin, Gole, Dondesana Akagenene, Bolakusiti Aka, Didna Kudoshon, Dina Katra, Mikalishan Koto, Dino, Darakshan Konto, and Nikashon Ta. So when Black Eye designed this in relation to the what dimension of beat is it? That's a bit rude. Sorry, just a joke. So in this way, the proxon will actually be Kanene in relation to the Prixicist and to Trakon into the ordering system. So like slide, touch, and Q-Bill in relation to volume 5. In relation to volume 5, the Ekerson of law is the Interson. You will also review the Plakasa, and in that way, when you do review the Plakasa and the Kakini, you will pin a Karasa in relation to the Proxon Ekerson. The Proxon Ekerson is Textum and Briglum of Elele Lokoko, and Elele Lokoko is the Kotonon of law, and to Plexi the Toshon. The Makale Koshon, the Dikachin Kana, the Lo Koshon, and Nekane, Bushon Cecil, the Lakasha, the Nikasa, Dono, Bitale, the Lokosho, Tonshon, Minikni, the Laka Tashin, the Laka, the Toshon Tassen, Tapa, the Likan Talang, Toshon, Mini Tala, Mini Tala, Mini Tala, Mini Tala, Mini Tala, Tessin Tana, the Log Toshon, Dichin Tasha, Morno Toshu, Tali Tasa, Tonton Troshon, Mini Tatla, Dichin Tana. The proximity alert is based upon the Plakanang of the system, and the proximity alert is based upon the Pakang or Na. The roller is based upon the transist and Oshon Dalang, and the Plakong of On. The Makale or No is the Nikanang, and to transmode the Dala. The Proxicist Itakang of the Nikanang, based upon half-life or love. The education of the prologuing of the Prixil is the proxim of. The more pressure you put on the C-press, the Dokong of the third-party insurance is the policy of law. And to know that you will machunto the Ploxon. Within my mother, I never know that you will be away from Proxton. In relation to the Pakan of Chun, the Lukotson of law is the Ikanang of the Aho. The isolation of the Mingane is that the Bleke is the Gan. And in that way, when it conflict into the Ikane, the Lekotson of law is the Isicist. And in time, when the Fakon is not a swear word, is the Bokushon. testan tang dulun dilokushon dana dili posho dotatsan minang dilokuha dila praksan chashang dilokufun chun dilikashanta ka diloko shana tishin tala titisin dasa. The proxy is based upon the transcend of the Enganang, and the proxy is the figure. And in time, the proxy will actually make them the leganton of law and to assist the prontron. In this way, the prontron is the nickname of law and to excellent cyberlong the successes. In this way, the reckoning of law is the nickname of NA. In a manner of time, the plexi of law is the isolation of transcend dasa. The transcend dasa is based upon the translate of law and to position itself into the transasai. And in that time, when it confronts each other, Nikasi is the Nokonon. See? In so in that way, it will somehow work out the Blokong, because the Blokong is based upon the transcend agala in relation to the praxis aga. And in this matter of time, when it complete testan, the reckoning of ehe and katise is the total. Mean the kastan tatan. The praxis is based upon the doctrine of law and to block the element. And in this way, what on law? No. Pattern, maybe, or path, or transform path. Which one? The antonym of transform path will borrow reflection destin. And in that time, when it does, it will confront the nickname. And in time, when it does, the blacklist is the nakana of law and to assist the monon. The Tristan Ankana is the Megala of law and to Ingong Tasang. The Blacklang of law is the Ikinsi of law and Telekin Aka. And in this time, the block song of the Mokong will actually be the black. So, what on law? Grid. In relation to transform edge, grid is the second of law. In this way, red eye, albino, no, oh, I wish. No, you can get a white mouse with a red eye, it's albino. Oh, disgusting. Anyway, this proxon is the epilogue of alert in relation to Pakasa, because in relation to alert, the citizen of law will institute the next Sankatang. And in that time, when you work out the Monganong, the gravatar is the proxentin Anna. The transform edge based upon Illustrator, Instagram technology is the Picasso of law and to exceed the grid. In this way, the grid will succession the law and to isolate the transcend. In a manner of time, the monophore of law is the isolation of law. So black eye, in this way, the law is the sentencing of law. The proxy is the mechanism of law by the ISP and program the data. When we do that to program the data, the transition will actually be eton. Yes, into Kotono, ed, editor or ed. Like an old TV show with a horse called Ed, I think. He's pretty dumb, but dumb is a donkey. Smart ass. Oh. So anyway, in relation to the proxon, the negating of law is that the validation, no. Wait, sorry. This proxon is the negative and the proxon is the kitchen. But this proxon is a non and proxon. This proxon is the negative and the proxy of law and to proxy the outcome. The proxon is the negative and the efficacy of law is the decision. And the proxon is negative and to develop this map. The negative of law is the sexy of law and to reckoning of law. The transit of this map is the gravon of Mother Mary to execute the Obong. The Obong is based upon the system of law and to transit the Anna and to position itself in Plakasa and to transcend the data. Why? F T's Sha Day Life. The proxy of this law is based upon the synthesis of Illustrator and to program the transform box. Oh. To program the transform box is based upon the tradition of law and to indices the proxy. And in that way, the proxyson will actually be met the condition of Methaka and to success the law and to Bakanang. See? And so, when it does, it will complete itself into the condition of law and to Sakanang the Labaga. The transition has ended. In this time, the proxon is the nickname of law and to Ekase the Tokonlong. The proxysis Tanda. When he designed this, you will love it. This transformer box will actually may or may not edge itself in relation to Creative Evolution, the logo I designed at 11 Tanner Street. That was pretty quick. So in that way, the edges may be flicked on into the proxon. So when it does, the Guguno will be particularly of law and to assist the proxon. Something like that. In relation to this plural, the sound wave is born. And in that time, when it flock on into a speaker by the tube, it will protocol into the menu function. And based upon that, Marcus Andrews, didn't I say something to that lady? It was just a tunnel? Oh. Because I saw Kalishi at Epworth. It was a long time ago. So anyway, in that time, when we can conflict the Tukatnong, the menu fiber of the Kele will be Kano outside. Dile Kashata Tatakachon, Delakatakina, Nakatakasana Katasata, Talakashon, Delakata Patisana Katakata, Dilakatutong Sumtatong, Dilakatisine Katakana Tatata, Dilakasin Kakachatana, Dilakasana Katasana, Dilakatan Sankata, Dilakatan Katasana, Dilakatan, Dilakatan Kasatana, Dilakatulo, Delakatala, Delakata. Gini dalakatandakong bilakatotoko karakete dalakatasa minakatasana katatoto bilakatotoko korakatare and dukorokshon kotato nikasanga katasa duloko chon. Vision impairment. This vision impairment is based upon Plastic surgeon? Perhaps. Oh. In this way, the proxon of the law is the isolation of the proxon. And in this time, when you do that, you can ink your plastic surgery. Oh, sorry. If it's possible. See? In this way, the tautology of law is that the econym of the opal will be Nenene. The crescendant of law is that the negatan of law is that when you mono the totum you boko. There you go, plastic surgery. Sort of. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, the proxyson of the proxol is the nakanang of the procure, and in that time it will borrow. This one is tete and tas. Proctolate. The thesis of this vocal is based upon the katase of yes. In this tunnel, it's not a tunnel. It could be the transforming air or transforming box in relation to the grid and also to Poisson tron. So in that way, when we convert the tron in relation to the Blackassar, the development of technical is to support the delay. And in that time, when we order Katasa, the maneuverong of the law will intersect the cordon and to develop the air. In that matter of time, we will position ourselves into the complexity of the network and to order the perspective. So in the perspective, it could be like this. But in the computer system, it looks 3D. But in reality, it looks 2D. But it's perspective. So in that way, how can it cover? See, like that. Into the procon. So in that time, when it does, we need to somehow synthesize the hyperlink of Dutch in relation to hypertext of my WordPress or computer software. So in that time, when you come, oh no, you know, oh, later on we go back on and have to start typing stuff and program. Oh, it doesn't matter. So based on that, the solution of law is the tenet of Allah. And to in time, the data of the network and to also Monkoshan, the law and intersect the noun. The Fukasha of law is the beginning. In this time, when you focus on the law, the indication of this one will orbit in relation to Bleke Cushion Venus. So in that time when it does, it will conform. In this way, black eye, it will conform. But in Venus, there's no color though. Don't know what the planet is. But in that time, when the gas release, it will conform like this. The make a say, see? And in that way, the focus of law is the ETC. See? The Manganang. See? And in that time when it does, the Nakantang of law, see? Will be done on script below. The proxon is based upon the grale of law and to proclaim the proximity by imperial empire. And in that time, the title of no is the MP colon of the processor and the processist of procton. The procton is by the spontaneous is DRG. But based on the DRG, the FRB, no, not here, the DRG is the rotation of lung and also the Berkeley. And in that time, when it does, the blocker of law is the isolation of law and integrate the tele. And in that matter of time, it will conflict into the mechanism of law and to successes the organelle. And in that way, it will actually mature itself into the transcendental and the proxison. The proxison is based proxison is based on the transcendental of law and to isolate into the grammar, as well as vocabulary and to transcend the law. So in that time, it will take me a while for the proxon and the proximity prefix in relation to switchboard and transform for watching law to graph the vectors in relation to Illustrator CS5 and to Ogram Demical. Teletransana Donagon Telebisa Dolokabisa Karala Tushon Bitli Da Nilakas Tru Tubu Direction Dala Direction Dala Dinikatatin Dala Direction Kasikatan Kilakatishan Karakshana Doloka Democratan Katana Ninakatan Direction Lady Gaga, did you have a did you have a beautiful manifestation? Nice, isn't it? So in that way, the detection of is the proxol, as well as detection of Kelly. Oh no, Kerry. Which one is that with the alien? Kerry. Oh yeah. And in that time, the proxison of the galaxy will include into the proximon of proximity LA. The proximity LA is based upon the increment of the transformer edge and to circumscribe the sumo. And in that way, the tube will equal the law in relation to the proxatasa and to transcend the delay. That tube is the cotton tongue of the tunnel to the next the door, the black hole. To the next black hole is in the constant of law. And in that time what it does, the next so in that way, when the proxol will be practicing, it will acknowledge the law in relation to the processes and into Enchna Tala. The position of the law is in relation to the concern of Nene and to develop the next transcend. The next transcend is based upon the Balkasa of law and to transit the data of the third concern. So, oh, I forgot that one. Oh God, real hard. In that way, the Billy questioner of the toxicity is the pocket of lung. Yes. And in that time, when it does, it will maganong the law. The next tepasan is that it will reflect into the color and to engine the law. The mokasong graphic 9. No, this green doesn't work. Gunshot. Oh, that one here. I didn't see it. In this way, the plakasan of law is the beginning of Dharana, because when it shoots through the tunnel, nah, we can enter. Is the turbulation of the turbocharge and the plexus of law in relation to our own hyperton. The hyperton of the hypertext touch is the HTML6 and beginning of law and the essential the econom. The HTML5 is the econom of law and to isolate the conversion. Like that in relation to Dokusan and Ukudu Alele. Ukudu Alele. So based upon Kulasuduku, your hyperton of force will encounter the shelter in relation to the Plakasan and the Proxon. The Proxon is the econom of the pellicle. I see things. It's gonna time me out. Grim Gi. Proxmi. This proxmi is the negative of law and to Akasa do not know. Like that. So in that way, it will complement the proxy and to assist. And in so, when it does, the procola and this proxy would contain the depth of bevel. In bevel, how do we vision the bevel in relation to procal? Because in bevel, the econym of Afkara is the Cartesian, see? And in that way, when it does, the econym of bevel will actually be Nakatan. So in that time, when it completes the bevel, the sensation of law is the Nikimi. In so. So in that way, when it completes the processes, it will actually align itself into the chronon, just like the classic tron. How does it go? To pal. So the procon is the proxy, and to success the law, and to takatan and the igni. There you go. So to your creator, is this disability sign or symbol? Symbol. Why symbol or disability? Simbong is the Prakla, and sits belong. Oh, sorry, where's on? This proxy is the negative of sign for the biohazard and to sensason the Pokemon. Like that, see? Which is Dave in After Effects, no special effect of After Effects. Oh no, it technically okay. The second total. Dinikatin santa ang kalakatete tolokotong ditukotong sankantang dalakatang toshon takashana, which is a fraction of ZDXY and ZD33 for 35 millimeters and lens 3 camera in special effects to transcend the proxon. I'm gonna relax. Proxon. It's hard. And in that proxon, the transition of engine, it started the engine. Sort of. So in that way, it will comply the success of law and to assess the prototype in relation to the curriculum. And in that matter of time, the delicacy of Proctor will actually begin in the intercom of the engine muffle, and the percussion of the spaceship will actually be calculated in relation to the curriculum of the Proctor and transform Edgeden. In relation to transform Edgeden, the curriculum of law. Why does a sentence start? Sub or sport? The alcophron, based upon our own language, is the content of our lungs. To physicists, the oncologist, because in that time, English is just English. EN is England. ENG is England. The proxy of Dupola. So in relation to our alcophron, the diction of Istal Karechin Agana is Esteta Opo. And in that time, the vocabulary will be Kola Tatsana in relation to Taksat Toko Tatlekage and to Tumpang Law. So in that way, the proxon is the alcophon of Lingini. And in time, it will actually be Koto in relation to the proxy. And it will Oko Ene Ekade and to Pike Ek the Kosha. The Dala Tsasa and to Tsasan Law and to Atala Kake. Sorry. And in that time, it could setting the long and to Pakasis the Kaganam and to Pike Koshiro. You can ask my mother. The other day I yawned a lot and tears came out. So black eye, based upon this, it may be that the process. So in that time, when you do Illustrator for illegally, it may be measured in degree. Degree. And in that time, the practice of law is the constant and the circle of law. So I hope you guys enjoying this book in relation to black and the proxon. But your spaceship. Look at the size. It's just a normal flat piece of paper. But the depth, see? Or the token of greed. It's the nanganam. And in that time when it does, the proxon of the hair. See? It folds into the condom and the black hair. So in that time when you grin the next ship in relation to Yoda, is the beginning of the day. Things like that. And in that time, the makang of the death is the end. See? And in that time when it does, it is the nakanam of the Poksang Allah. And the Poksang Allah is the cessation of law and the cessation the Kankanam. The Poksang of law is based upon the Kankanam and the Plexi. The Poksang Matan Atta is the Nakanam of law and to Igene. See? The Koko. The Plexi of law is the Tinsen. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah. See? So in that way, the Ploko is the Nakanam of law and to Tissasis the Mongolo. The Flexi is the Nakatan and the Catalan of O and the correction of BT. See? What to know? Like it. So in that way, the proper of law is the progression of artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is based upon the mechanism of law and the San Kashan. So in that way, the roller is based upon the tongue and the see? The proclam. So in that time, the pixie of law, see, is the persistence of proxon. So based upon the proxon, it is the canon of the day.